Thanksgiving Day is a yearly holiday in the US and Canada that honors the harvest and other blessings from the previous year. The widespread consensus among Americans is that Thanksgiving was inspired by a harvest feast that the Wampanoag and English colonists, Pilgrims, of Plymouth shared in 1621. The Thanksgiving feast traditionally consists of turkey, bread stuffing, potatoes, cranberries, and pumpkin pie. The American holiday is particularly rich in folklore and symbolism. When it comes to traffic, the holiday is frequently the busiest of the year as family members get together. Thanksgiving Day is observed on November 24, 2022, a Thursday. A few colonists went fowling before Thanksgiving in Plymouth, potentially in search of turkeys but more likely in search of a simpler prey. The colonists of New England were used to routinely commemorating Thanksgivings, days of prayer in which they thanked God for blessings like the end of a drought or a war triumph. For instance, the U.S. Continental Congress declared a national Thanksgiving after the Constitution was adopted. The new U.S. Congress, however, left Thanksgiving declarations to the states after 1798 because some people objected to the federal government getting involved in a religious holiday. Southerners took a while to adopt a New England tradition, and others felt it was inappropriate to hold political rallies and parades on this day. A national Thanksgiving holiday didn't seem to be much of a unifying factor, more like a spark plug for a debate. It was not until Northerners dominated the federal administration that Thanksgiving Day was declared a federal holiday. Sectional conflict was prevalent. Thanksgiving customs and annual traditions seem to multiply every time the holiday season rolls around. Every holiday has associated family gatherings, and Thanksgiving is no exception. Even though this holiday is so widespread in American households and we all grow up looking forward to the turkey, mouth-watering sides, not to mention desserts, food coma, and football naps, many of us may be perplexed by the genesis of this cherished tradition. What precisely is Thanksgiving, then? When did we begin observing Thanksgiving? The reason why Thanksgiving occurs on a Thursday? All of these questions have solutions, plus more. We consume turkey on Thanksgiving for a number of reasons. First, letters from William Pilgrim, as mentioned by the Pilgrim Hall Museum, according to history. By the late 19th century, less than 238,000 indigenous people remained, a dramatic reduction from the estimated 5 million to 15 million living in North America when Columbus landed in 1492, after several raids, land theft, and wars against Native Americans. These kinds of information give light on why many indigenous Americans mark the National Day of Mourning on the same day as Thanksgiving. Celebrate Native American Heritage Month with these 25 interesting trivia about them. What does National Day of Mourning mean? Native Americans in New England come together to protest on the National Day of Mourning every year, according to nationaltoday.com. Thanksgiving serves as a reminder to them of the unfair treatment Native Americans have received.
Our Thanksgiving customs are established. We watch Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, eat roast turkey and holiday pies, and then spend more time on the couch. But why do we observe the holiday in the first place, and why do we do so on the fourth Thursday in November in particular? The historical specifics of what is now a federal holiday may be hazy for you by this point, and remembering them now in 2022 when inquisitive little ones inquire may prove difficult. However, if you can recollect your elementary school history class, you surely remember some of the information. William Bradford, the governor of Plymouth, Massachusetts, at the time, is largely responsible for the information we know about Thanksgiving that dates back in time. Here, we provide the information from his work that you'll need to add more significance to your Thanksgiving dishes, desserts, crafts, and even turkey sandwiches the next day, the third day, and so on. Understanding the history of Thanksgiving should make you feel more grateful during this time of year, which may inspire you to post about it on Instagram. What a wonderful way to spend Thanksgiving. In his book, Bradford reported that the fall of 1621 had been a very good harvest for the Plymouth Pilgrims. They prepared a supper to celebrate and express gratitude for the abundance of food and appreciation of their good fortune. Local Wampanoag residents have cooperated with.
Thanksgiving was still not a recognized holiday in 1789. There was little public interest in the whole matter as Bradford's manuscript with the genuine reports of that first Thanksgiving had not yet been published. A pronouncement like that effectively amounted to a beautiful, thoughtful notion, even though it is said that George Washington called for a national Thanksgiving on the final Thursday of November for that particular year. Things didn't start to take shape until the diary ended up in the hands of magazine editor Sarah Josepha Hale in the 1800s. It was ultimately placed in her lap after being passed down through generations and across millennia, and Hale purportedly became so affected after reading about the first Thanksgiving supper that she started a major letter-writing campaign, asking, Lincoln thought that Thanksgiving may help to bring the divided nation together as the Civil War raged on. In 1863, he made it a federal holiday and kept Thanksgiving on the fourth Thursday of the month of November. Thanksgiving became a legitimately recognized holiday on the American calendar when Washington's concept was ultimately realized. The purpose of eating turkey on Thanksgiving. An old engraving from 1882 shows people scalding, plucking, and filleting turkeys for Thanksgiving. Agora images. Is it the reason behind Thanksgiving falling on the fourth Thursday in November? Not exactly. There is yet more to the story. President Franklin D. Roosevelt made the decision to switch the date from the final Thursday in December to the fourth Thursday in November on December 26, 1941. Thanksgiving, a yearly national holiday observed in places including the United States, Canada,